Okay, everybody, I'm doing a little voiceover for a video that I did of my downstairs home tour, and this is just when you're coming in the back door. I wanted to go out to the backyard, but it was just too freezing out yesterday. So this is just the entryway from the back door into the kitchen, and I just want to kind of point out a couple things about the house. I don't have a mud room, so that's kind of where you walk in right away. And up there's just some antique coffee pots and antique grinders that I collect. You will see a lot of collections in this house. I don't want to hear any comments about how much stuff I have. I know I have a lot of stuff, and you're going to see a lot of collections on this page. One of the things, this cabinet came with the house. I asked to have them keep it with the house, and they did. We've only been here 4 years, but I absolutely love this cabinet, and it houses a lot of my collections. A lot of them are scales. I made the mistake, or the gift of my father-in-law is, if you ever say you want something, he'll buy you a bunch of them every time he sees them. And he was the one who kind of helped so much with my scale collection. Another one of my addictions is yellowware. You're going to see a lot of yellowware through this house. We recently painted, well, maybe about a year or so ago, painted the kitchen. The people before us had, was just a utility closet, and I turned it into a pantry. But the people before us had, it was very 50s vintage, and I turned it into more primitive. This was a little half bath where I have all my washboard collection, anything that has to do with old bathrooms, old laundry. There's me in the mirror. Again, we painted it the same color as the kitchen. My guess is this was probably a butler's pantry, and they turned it into a half bath. That's just my guess. So I would love to have a butler's pantry, but I think you need the half bath more. There's some more yellowware. Those are those toilet chamber pots that are really cool. I have a few of those. Lots of washboards. I do love the washboards. Please be patient with me with my filming skills. I know they're not very good, but I will eventually get to where hopefully I'll be better at this. I also learned the trick to turn your phone sideways, and you're better off with your filming. Another thing I love is miniatures, children's toys, children's size of anything, and that's a doll cabinet, a child's doll cabinet that I have that I bought from a dealer in Washington, Illinois. There's another one. It's like a little step-back toy cupboard. You're going to see a lot of those in this house. Back out to my kitchen. If you see the floor, that floor used to be covered with white and green linoleum, and we tore that off and uncovered this beautiful hardwood with stenciling on it. I can't believe the people before us had covered that up. And this is just showing again a whole bunch of more of my collections. This kitchen was a 50s vintage, so it has those odd shelves. Well, I use them to store a lot of my goodies. I love Crocs, and I love graters. Some more children's sized cupboards. Maybe I'll do a segment just on those one day. I have a lot to talk about with those. Again, a bunch of graters. Another thing I love is spice cupboards. Have several spice cupboards. I think on another video I'm going to show you my favorite one. My KitchenAid mixer is great, but it's an odd color. I might have to get a different one. You might hear dogs jumping up and down in the background too in my voiceover. Another spice cupboard. Lots of goodies there. Just some things again to fill up those odd shelves that you have in a 1950s vintage style kitchen. Some little cupboards or drawers that I got from a lady that was selling them on Marketplace. Some baskets, lots of children's little tiny things. Love that. Another thing my friends make a lot of fun of me over is all the dishes that I have. Maybe we'll do a separate segment just on dishes, because I do love dishes so much. What I'm doing here, I want to pull out this and show it to everybody. One of my favorite things in the world. My mom passed away about 4.5 years ago, and the first Christmas I had she was a phenomenal cook. That's me and her in that picture right there, my wedding photo. And that's her on the front. She was a phenomenal cook, and I had all of her recipes from when we cleaned her house out, and I turned them into a cookbook for my family members, immediate family, for my daughter and my 3 nephews and my brother, his wife, and my sister too as well. So another thing I love to do is samplers. That's a sampler that I stitched some time ago. So I do love count and cross stitch, turn them into antique samplers because I can't afford them myself to buy the old ones. So I just make my own. My little hot chocolate bar there that I just put together. Again, some graters. Now we're ending this recording right now because we'll go into the next rooms of the house, and hope you'll be available for that. Thanks.